Paul Braves? Welcome back to another one, man. We've got the player ratings coming at you live on the More LB channel. Make sure you guys are smashing up the likes. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel as well if you're new. Martin is desperate to get on the show tonight, aren't you, Martin?
What? Because your ball knowledge is zero.
Go on.
I go back to 2 Fridays ago.
Right.
I said, give Núñez a run. You know, like, no, play him in about 6 weeks. Play him at Tottenham in 6 weeks. Play him at Tottenham in 6 weeks.
That is this. What you're talking about, bro. That is literally these weeks.
No. I told you Núñez needs a run. Núñez is the guy. Núñez is the man.
Tottenham is next Wednesday.
Right.
This bro. This is literally the.
No. Hang on. You have chatted waffle and totally destroyed the man for 2 years. You and Alan need to get in the bin. You and Alan get in the bin. Get in the bin. You and Alan get in the bin.
Destroyed the man.
You sat there. Núñez. He's Yaya Núñez. Every game he's played this season, the guy's cooked. He's cooked. He's like Peking duck. Crispy is cooking that much.
Is he on about?
Peking duck. Hey, by the way. Now, but what I'm about to say, do not take the wrong way. Hang on, Mom. What? Just tell him to move on. Vinny Company, legend as a player.
But we're doing
legend as a player.
We're doing the player ratings for Praha, man. Save that for tomorrow.
Sorry. Oh, I'm saving it for Friday. I've got a list.
A list of what?
I'm going to go through your clips for the last 12 months of what you said about Matheus Núñez.
You're not going to
find
me. You're not going to find me. Say anything bad about Núñez. You're just not. I've never said anything bad about him. I've always said he's a good player and I rate him. The problem that I've always had with him is I don't know where he's going to play in the team. Now, I'm sorry, I didn't think I'll ever envisage this guy playing left wing. Now, fair fucks, man. I got to say, take my off to Pep. Pep's obviously the GOAT. He's realised he can play left wing, but we didn't buy him as a left winger. We bought him as a midfielder, and he's doing all right, bro.
Yeah, but you got to look where they played. He did play left wing for Wolves.
Did he?
Yeah, occasionally. Wasn't all the time, but he had. And he's played a little bit for Portugal. Hang on, let me pull over because I'm not sitting in that traffic jam.
He played 41 times. I'm going to fact check this information.
You can fact check it, but you know what? Can I just say, by the way,
he did play there 9 times. He played there 9
apparently.
times.
Yeah, I do know what I'm talking about. You know, I don't Billy bullshit. I know you like to think I do. No, in all seriousness, by the way, and I only got told this because Tone told me this at half time. Someone walked out at half time, you know.
Someone who walked out?
A group of 4 City fans walked out at half time.
Why? What happened?
He said the game was boring. They're off to the pub. They've had enough of the boring football.
Fair enough. Hey, the thing is, that's not our fault, though. It's not our fault they just come to the Etihad and just sit on the edge of the box.
No, I agree.
Well, what could we do? Second half, CC, I see a guy called Lou in the chat said it. Second half, we was clever, mate. We basically, made them come to us. Because we basically said, we're going to just chill with the ball and you need to press us, otherwise we're just going to sit here, lads. And then they started coming out at us a little bit, and then we had the space and we exploited the space. So,
yeah, that second goal killed it. That second goal stopped it because they had to open up. And that's the thing that this back five is. I know it sounds easy, or back five just balls over the top and inside. But, you know, when you've got 10 guys in front of you that won't move, it's very hard to break down. You saw in the first half, every chance they had was just a big boot over the top. And because our defenders and midfield were so far pushed up onto their edge, of course they were going to get a chance. And they had that very quick, I can't remember his name, that very speedy guy when Ortega saved it. Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, there's a way of doing it. It's not easy to play against a low block 10.
No, it's not. It's not easy.
But once you open up, by the way, that Haaland goal was right in front of me.
Oh.
If I tried that, I'd be in hospital now.
Yeah, no,
for the next 6 months.
No, that was unreal. I genuinely, yeah. That for me is one of the greatest finishes I've seen, mate. It's a back heel mid-air.
It's a scorpion sort of kung fu kick.
I don't even know what you call that, man.
Erling Haaland.
Yeah, mate, the guy's a freak. And you know what as well? He looked a lot happier in the second half as well, didn't he, Haaland? First half.
By the way, I'll tell you, he did look happy today. Sorry, you're in and out, so it might be my connection. So I'm sorry if I overtaught you. Phil Foden looked back to his Phil Foden tonight.
Yeah, he did.
He was having shots on his left foot, coming inside, having a go. Ake, big up Nathan Ake. I love Ake. I love having him back. Rico Lewis was amazing. Savio was outstanding down that right-hand side for us. A lot of positivity. I know people will say it's only Sparta Prague, but do you know what I'm really hyped about tonight is our goal difference has gone up, which I do think will make a difference in this whole competition in this group stage. So we've got +5 goals. We've kept a clean sheet. And I think that'll prove a few doubters wrong tonight. We're not going to win 5-0 every week, but when we're on form, there's no one better in the country than us.
Do you not think, Martin, that second half sort of resembled Manchester City like of old, where we've been actually good? Like first half was kind of just the same, but second half, I felt like that was City that I've been waiting for. And listen, I know some people be like, it's only Sparta Prague or whatever. Listen, I can't do anything about the opposition. The opposition's the opposition. I got no control. All I can do is judge the City team. And I feel I'm not saying it was mint or like insane, but I think that second half, I started seeing signs that like, hang on a minute, if we play like that against Southampton for the full 90 minutes, I'm confident we're going to win that game. And actually, it could be a decent scoreline. We just need to continue this now.
Yeah. And it'll be, and trust me, on Saturday, I think Martin Russell will change his tactics and go to a flat back 5. Because you've seen tonight, if you try and open up against City, we just cut through you like a knife through butter.
Yeah.
And that's what I liked about Nunes. You know, and by the way, all banter aside, Nunes quickens that tempo up.
Yeah.
Absolutely quickens that tempo.
I agree. I think I actually was quite surprised he didn't play in the middle today, Nunes, because that first half was so slow. And I thought, if you put Nunes into the middle, like that'll speed it up. But listen, I'm going to do the player ratings in a few moments. But yeah, I think Nunes today was very, very good. I thought Rico's second half, that's probably one of the best performances I've seen from Rico Lewis in a long time as well.
Yeah, Rico was a lot better tonight, a lot more positive. There was one, can't remember when he trapped back and he won the ball off the guy when they were trying to get on the counter.
Yeah.
And it was just, thought Maxi did. I thought it was lovely to see O'Reilly come on as well.
Yeah, and he was unlucky as well because who played the ball through to O'Reilly when he went through on goal and the keeper come out? Was it McAtee or Foden?
Can't remember fully. Because I'll be honest with you, at the penalty,
look at this super chat. Right, look at the super chat.
What? Read it out to me.
It says Nunes 10 out of 10. Guess who it's from?
Yeah, don't worry. He's been cooked later. Oh, you think your cooking is bad. You think your cooking is bad. Wait till he appears. Oh my word.
Yeah. The thing is, right. I'm only messing around. Like the title of the stream is just like a joke in it because I'm actually not even sorry, bro. I'm not even apologizing or saying sorry for anything because I'm not actually not. I actually genuinely, right. All jokes aside, I have said ever since we signed him that I actually like him. I think he's a good player. My thing is with Nunes is I never saw where he'd get in the team, and it so happens that maybe he's going to get a chance now at left wing and. I'd run him now. I'd play him against Southampton. I'd play him against Spurs. And then see how he gets on. Because I'm telling you something, yeah. If Nunes plays like this on Saturday...
Grealish and Doku have no chance of getting back in like that.
Well, they're gonna struggle to get back in the team. Because I'm not being funny, yeah. I'm not being funny, right? What Nunes did today, he can do... He's like a hybrid of Doku and Grealish. He can do the Grealish thing of getting the ball, holding it up and passing back. But he's also got a bit... He's better at taking a player on than Grealish. He's not as good at taking a player on as Doku, but he's sort of like in the middle of Grealish and Doku. He's like a hybrid.
Yeah, do you know what it reminds me of? See, I've said that about Oscar Bob. I've said that about Oscar Bob on the right. Oscar Bob and Nunes, because they've got those control aspects in them as well. and they can also quicken the tempo up. Because the problem is with Grealish, he's too controlling. The problem is with Doku, he's too direct. So what you need is sort of like, for a Pep Guardiola team, you need a combination. You need a player who can go and put the afterburners on at some point, but also know when he's got to hold it, if you know what I mean. And the trouble is with Grealish wants to hold too much, and Doku wants to go too much. So, and I'm not, listen, and there's going to be games when, you know, I know we're all hyping it up, but there'll be games when, you know, it will be Doku and it will be Grealish and it will be, but this is what Nunes has to do now. Nunes has to perform like that. But I want to see that again on Saturday. I don't want to see Nunes be invisible on Saturday now. He can't be invisible. He's now got to put 2-3 games together now.
He needs to be consistent.
Yeah.
But we've got to be fair to him and be consistent in playing him.
Yeah. You can't drop him. If you drop him Saturday, you're going to kill his confidence out.
I agree. Completely agree.
You can't do that with him. But we'll just say, but to me, no, listen, all jokes aside, I'm happy. Second half was outstanding. It was lovely to see. Yeah, you know, I know there was a lot of empty seats tonight. It is what it is.
Yeah,
Champions League.
Charge stupid money for a ticket, bro.
The problem is when you've got 8 games and half of them are at home, it's very hard to sort of big up for it. So, but we'll just see what happens. But I just can't wait. You know, big up to the Sparta Prague fans tonight. They were outstanding. Sang their heart out.
They were good. Charlie says with a super chat, El Bin cooked this fraud, Martin.
I already have. Don't worry. I'm going to get all the clips together. I'm going to get all his clips together of the Nunes slander. I'm going to bring them to you on Friday.
You know what? Do it. Bring the clips. Bring the clips. Because there are no
I'm going to bring the clips. I'm going to bring the WhatsApp messages. They're all coming out. We're going.
Bro, there are no clips.
Oh, here's another one. Here's another Nunes fraud down below here. Dancing round when he didn't want Nunes anywhere near the team. Look at him here. Another Nunes fraud.
What, me?
Yeah, you Nunes fraud.
Martin's just trying to cook us all, so I don't know what the fuck's going on, to be honest with you.
What's going on here? What's happening? He's bloody
big up you. Big up you. Big up you there. Proper blue. Look at him. Proper blue out of these two frauds.
Yeah. Bloody hell.
Martin, I've missed you, man. I've missed you.
You know, you've got the Southampton fan down there. The only main road he knew was the one he crosses.
I've been invaded. I try to do play ratings. I've been invaded on the streams, getting cooked on my own freaking show, man. What's going on, boys? Hugh, Tone, how you doing, lads?
All good,
never
mate.
better,
Thank
mate.
you.
Never better. Enjoyed that one.
Hugh, I haven't seen you for a while, mate. You okay?
Doing all good, man. Just took some time out, but I just recorded a video there before I jumped live here, so I think
Is
we're back,
it a
boys.
Nunes apology video?
But I've nothing to apologize for. I never.
I've not got nothing to apologize. Yeah, I'm getting cooked off Martin for some reason.
Listen, I think Mateus Nunes is good, and I was similar to you. I was like, I don't know where he gets in the team, but I don't want to jump the gun here, people. But you know what I saw tonight, and I was like, he could be like this for us if he was given more time in the wing. I was getting Pedro Neto vibes off Nunes tonight. I was getting Pedro Neto vibes. I was like, ooh. He's strong, he's fast, he's direct. Obviously, Neto's a far more refined winger than Nunes, but if that's where Pep wants to deploy him, and that's the kind of option I'd view him as, a direct, aggressive, fast winger. But the fact of the matter is, with Rodri out now, Pep has to come to terms with Rodri being out. He has to come to terms with that and go, right, how's the midfield going to shape up? What are we going to do with the midfield? I think if he wants to get Foden back in the team properly, which he has to after tonight's game, just agree to do the lone six. Just trust someone to do lone six. Whether it's more than likely Kovacic, isn't it? But you can do Gundogan as well if you want, and then get Foden in the team. But you're gonna have to start using these players, man. You're gonna have to start using these players because I don't trust Kev to be fit for the whole season. And then look, if anybody else gets injured, there's trouble. So you're gonna have to start looking at the likes of Nunes.
That's part of it, though, Hugh. Is Nunes? You're right. He is out on the left, but we were kind of forced into it in a way, and perhaps he's accidentally, maybe not accidentally, come across it. But who else is going to play left? Someone said to me at the end, he's got to play Saturday, and it's like, well, he probably will, because who the bloody hell else is playing out at the moment? You know, unless he, Bernie right, Savinho left, maybe, which I wouldn't do, but that's probably one of the only other options you've got in the current squad, because we're missing every one of the wingers.
Sorry, I've got to jump in 2 minutes because I'm be home in 5 and I've got to set up. Do you know what I'd do now? And this is going to sound wild to everyone. Nunes on the left. Try Jack in mid.
I'm here for that. I'm so here. I would love to see that, you know.
Swap them around. Swap them around.
Yep. I'm so here for that. I would love that.
I've never been against Grealish in the middle, and I back it. I'm like with you, but at the same, I just don't see Pep playing Grealish in the midfield, lad. I agree with you, Martin. I'd love to see that. I think it might work, but Pep clearly just thinks Grealish is lacking something in the midfield.
What was up with Pep at half time? Does anyone know what was up with him?
Oh, he was going to get Savinho for losing the ball, I think.
Oh, was it? I thought he was looking at. I thought he was looking at the away sort of area where the manager and their players were, but maybe he was just looking.
I don't know. Someone in the chat said it was about Savinho, but maybe it wasn't, and I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, not sure.
You know what it is?
I don't know. Yeah, I thought Savinho tonight, by the way, was excellent. I know my chat, a couple people didn't really like it, but he was the only one really creating anything. And
he was good.
I thought it was really good. And then he put the cross in he put the cross in for the Haaland finish, which was unreal, mate. That finish from Haaland tonight was a disgrace, mate. Like, I can't believe it. It's a joke.
He's the only one who finishes it. Yeah,
he's a weirdo. Like who the hell can do these things? It's just not normal. The guy, if you look at it in slow-mo, he's not looking at the ball. He doesn't look at the ball. It's just genuine instinct and timing. That you can't teach that. You simply can't teach that. Like you can't start a project Mbappe with your son and go, right, start doing these mad overhead sideways scissor kicks like this guy. No, you're just born with that or you're not. And more power to him, man. I don't know about you guys. Like the Nunes penalty was a bit bittersweet. Like obviously sweet because Nunes gets his first Champions League goal and good for his confidence. But another Haaland hat trick would have been nice for the lads.
I know. Yeah. No, I think that goal for Nunes is like going to give him loads of confidence. And listen, actually, now that Grealish and Doku are out injured, he can just chill out now. He knows he's going to be playing against Southampton. Let's be honest. Like we've not got enough players. He has to sort of play, and he can just focus now the next couple of days in recovering, resting. You don't have to worry about competition because there is none at the moment. And Saturday, he just needs to go out there 3 p.m. and just do his business. And if he puts in a decent performance, it don't have to be mega, but if he puts in a decent performance, then I think after that, we're going to be having serious conversations about, hang on a minute, like is he a potential? Has he got this position for longer than just a couple of weeks? Do we want to run this for a little bit longer? Maybe Grealish and Doku are going to have to work harder to get back in. There's a real opportunity for Nunes. And listen, like he's obviously in the summer, he probably would have had an option to leave. He's decided to stay and fight for his position. That didn't work for Calvin Phillips, but Nunes actually has a chance. He's a good footballer. And tonight he showed that, and he showed it in moments in other games. So I hope he does it, man, because I actually like him. Like I say, he's a bit of a hybrid. He's a hybrid with Grealish and Doku. He's in the middle of them.
Yeah, we always say second season.
True.
Yeah, yeah. No, he can play left. He could fill in maybe as a 6. He can do an 8, maybe a spot of 10. Look, I don't want to go over, 2 over because we can do this. But Nunes looked very, very good, and he's going to start Saturday. I think he's probably going to start against Spurs as well. So look, another two at minimum. You've got to say minimum 7. He cannot perform lower than that. Throws in a 7, 8, 9 again. Why not keep him in? There's no reason to drop him. Grealish and Doku aren't playing. Look, Nunes probably played better tonight. Would you say Nunes played better tonight than maybe Grealish and Doku having a game this season? Or is that too far?
Yeah, I would. When was the last time Grealish or Doku got 2 assists and a goal in a game, Tom?
Yeah.
Nah, like G&A wise, obviously, but like in terms of just actual performance, I'm trying to think, man.
So
for a full 90 minutes, maybe not. You know?
That's it. So performance, he plays. Both tonight.
If anyone thinks in the chat that there was a better performance from Grealish or Doku this season on the left, feel free to send it in the chat. Itchy Goat says Doku was against Bournemouth. Doku,
yeah, that was last season. That was last season.
Doku Chelsea, someone said.
Oh, yeah, it was last season. Doku versus Chelsea. Yeah, Savinho first half against Chelsea ruined Cucurella, didn't he? Let's be honest. Yeah. But he only played 45 minutes.
Savinho. I am going to jump, but before I go, can we talk about forget Haaland's goal scoring exploits? Can we talk about that Rolls Royce, the big old number 5 who's suddenly now scoring for fun? Guy's on a roll.
Wants his contract.
Bollocks to your Saliba and your Gabriels, Johnny Stones.
No, bro, I said weeks ago, man. I said, listen, weeks ago, we need to get Johnny Stones back into this team. And it was a gut feeling. People were saying why. I said, I don't know why. I said, just gut feeling. I have a gut feeling we need to get John Stones back into this team. I think we're a better team when John Stones is playing.
I agree.
I just think we are.
1,000%.
Yeah.
1,000%.
No, I think Stones, I think all of us and Stones himself will agree that this season is crucial for Stones. Crucial for his future at the club. And he's not doing himself any harm right now. But for him to warrant a new contract, I don't even need him to be scoring goals every week. I just need him to be consistent because with his fitness. Because we know when he's consistent with his fitness, he's a top player. When he's playing week in, week out, he's feeling good about himself. He's got a good partnership beside him. He's feeling comfortable. He starts running games. You can't name many centre backs in the world that can run games. Playing on the edge of the opposition's box, playing in midfield 8-10. He's out in the wing at times. He's getting clutch goals. The clutch goals are amazing. They're like the cherry on top. Like I said, I'm not expecting that from John Stones every week. That's way too high of an expectation. But just be around. And I agree. He makes us a better, more complete team. What you want from a Manchester City team is to look complete. Simple as. And today we look complete. So big up to John Stones, man. Like for anybody who's watching me for a while, you know I've been defending this guy. I've been always happy to concede, and I still will, that his injury record and his reliability stinks. But it's frustrating. I wish he was a bad player, because then I could be like, he's never fit, get rid of him. But because he's so good, you're like, I don't want to get rid of him. I want you to just stay fit and play football matches because you're fucking amazing. So listen, big up.
You know what it was? I'm going to jump, boys. By the way, Hugh, amazing to see you back, mate. Much love to you, mate.
Thanks,
obviously, to you two frauds, I'll see you Saturday.
Fucking disconnected. Sorry, he's disconnected, lads. You know what I mean? What could I fucking do? You know,
he's one of the goats of the scene.
What do you want to say, Martin?
I was going to say, no, stick it now. You're definitely paying Saturday. Bye, all.
You're trying to cook me and you just want me to sit here and just accept the roast. Get out of here, man.
See you Saturday, man.
Post match. See you in a bit.
Let me go on, Tom.
What was I going to say? It's something Hugh said. Oh, yeah, Johnny Stones. Yeah, a big thing, of course, is his training program changing. And it seems to look.
What's actually changed?
All I was told was his training, the regime has changed. The physios, coaches, and Pep all got just some new program that he's doing away from the main training. I don't know details at all, but it's changed. And look, let's hope it lasts. That's all we can ask.
Okay. Queen Cast, it's on the second channel. More LB, bro. It's on the second channel. Built to Sudge, man. It says big up LB, the panel, and my guy Hugh. Hit the likes, people, and subscribe. Big up to Sudge, man. I see you about in supporting everyone's streams, man. You're a goat of the game. Big up to Arvida Zane as well, man, for becoming a channel member. I appreciate the support. Listen, with his fingers Stones, I see Stones, right? I'm looking at his this is Premier League only, right? Premier League. The most games he's ever played for Manchester City in a Premier League season is 24.
Yeah, that's not good.
This is it. Since he joined City, this is just Premier League. This is appearance, obviously maximum 38, right? 27, 18, 24, 16, 22, 14, 23, 16. And so far this season, he's played 5. But you know what? He chips in with some goals, right? 4 years ago, he got 4 goals. Then he got 1 goal, but he played 1,000 minutes. 2 goals, 2 assists. 1 goal last year in 1,000 minutes. And so far this season, he's got 2 goals, in 200 minutes. He's a goal threat, man.
Yeah.
So another reason to have him in there. Because that set pieces stink, and he comes back in, and now suddenly we start scoring his goals off of set pieces. Is that a coincidence?
Yeah, look, Stones is... Look, to me, that just tells you how well thought of he is. If someone had that injury record, pretty much most players, they'd be out the door. They'd have been gone long ago. But they love him, and they want to probably renew him again. You know, he's terrific. He's one of John... Pep says himself he's one of his favourite players, and, you know, the bigger balls comment and all that sort of stuff. He's phenomenal player. Love John Stones. And I want to see the Akanji, Stones, Diaz, Gvardiol. I know Ake's in there as well. I want to see that back line returning as well, because I think when that happens and Stones is in there, that is the strongest.
Yeah, no, 100%. Guys, we'll do player ratings tomorrow, right? So we'll just talk about the game today. You mentioned his name then, Ake. I thought he looked really good tonight. Really good. I thought he looked really fresh. He didn't look like... When was the last time he played a game for us, Ake?
Well, it's a while ago now, isn't it?
Yeah. Kanji, by the way, brilliant again. I mean, honestly, he is just... It's crazy how underrated he is.
Bro, Ake this year has only played... He's only played 3 minutes. He played 2 minutes against West Ham, and he played 1 minute against Man United in the Community Shield. So this game for tonight was his first proper game, and he looked mint.
I would say he's been able to play for a while, but Pep's held him back. You know the way Pep does these things, where if a player is out for a while, you could bring them back straight away, but you hold them back for the reason that they'll be fully fit and they hopefully won't get a reoccurring injury. But the reality is, lads, we're absolutely blessed with, I think, by far and away the best complement of defenders in world football. By far and away, there's no one can say they have 4 or 5 players in defense to the level that we do. The only issue is just keeping them fit. That's it. The only issue we have is just keeping them fit. I mean, Ake is a huge one to have back, because he's such a solid, reliable player. And while we're all waxing lyrical about Josko Gvardiol, deservedly so, absolute monster. If we didn't have Ake, we'd all be shitting ourselves if Gvardiol gets a knock or gets an injury or gets a suspension. 100%. We'd all be going, what are we going to do? Is Mateus Nunes a left back now? Is that what we're going to have to do? Like, we'd be back into those times where we're pulling Fabian Delph and Zinchenko back to left back. But now we have Gvardiol and Ake. But either of those would walk into most teams in world football right now. So, look, the bottom line is do your best to keep them fit. And I do agree with the Stones thing. You know, the stats aren't great, but I would give some leeway on his appearances because of Pep, purely because of Pep. No defender is going to play 38 games out of 38 games under Pep, so you can kind of knock off a few anyway. But his fitness is definitely still been unreliable. But it's all kind of falling into place now. I think you both agree. You know, Ake's back, Gvardiol's playing well, Stones is back, he's playing well.
Then we get hit with the Grealish injury, and now Doku's injured as well. It's like,
but that's football, bro. That's football, man. You got to roll with the punches.
Yeah, I know.
We do. I tell you what, and also just going on Hugh's point there about things falling into place. Yeah, the injuries, but look, we've got 6 injuries, top players. These aren't bloody. You know, no offense to like Nico O'Reilly and stuff, but they're not these backup youth kids. They are top draw first team players that we've lost, including the best player on the planet, Rodri. Foden's only just coming into fitness. De Bruyne's in and out, and all the rest of it. You know, that's our 3 best players I just mentioned right there. Now, if that is anybody else in the league, and I'm talking Arsenal, Liverpool, missing 6 players, they wouldn't be anywhere bloody near. And the fact is, yes, the bench was a bit short tonight. Yes, there were 2 keepers.
A bit short? Bloody hell, there were 5 free spots on the bench.
But even despite that, you still got Edison, Diaz, and all these other ones on the bench, despite 6 players missing. So it's a great squad. If I've heard actually the Grealish one's not as bad as sort of 10 days or whatever it is, someone said.
No, he's okay. He's okay.
Yeah, and he was in the ground tonight, smiling away. So the sickness stuff, I don't think is right. But look, Grealish could be back in the next sort of week. Doku apparently is a bit longer. De Bruyne may be back in the squad for Saturday, maybe, and Walker should be. So it's not so bad. It's not so bad.
What is going on with De Bruyne, mate? Because he's been training now for about a week. Now
Pep's doing that thing, man. He's holding him back.
He's holding him back as well. So he's fine.
Was there any need to play De Bruyne tonight? Is there any need to play him on Saturday? Probably not. With all due respect to both opponents, probably not. I would hold him back Um,
oh man.
Look,
Bro,
Tone's hit the nail on the head, man. Tone's hit the nail on the head. Thought my player's been injured. Like, I see Arsenal fans after that Bournemouth game be like, "We had no Saka, we had no Odegaard. How do you expect us to win?" Cry me a fucking river, man. If you want to be a champions, if you want to be a championship winning team, a league winning team, get over it.
Yeah, no, that's facts. That is facts.
You know what I'm saying? Start forcing square pegs into round holes. Make things happen. This is where your manager needs to use his brain. What's he gonna do? Odegaard's not there. Who am I gonna make into my Odegaard for the day? Saka's not there. Not fucking Raheem Sterling. That doesn't make sense. But we don't do that. We've never done that. We've never been like, oh, you know, down tools, De Bruyne is out, down tools, Rodri's out. Not one of us said when Rodri got injured, season's over. We all said, right, let's see what Pep does to fix it. Because we all know Pep's going to do something to fix it.
That's what's remarkable, is we are still unbeaten. 20 from 24 in the league, 7 from 9, 31 unbeaten in the Premier League, 26 Champ League, both records. And after bloody teams missing, obviously not all throughout that, but we've had various injuries every season. We've got Delph at left back, bloody Zinchenko at left back. We're still winning titles. Hugh is spot on. Arsenal get bloody Odegaard injured and they're all sulking. The media are all telling us, oh no. Well, Arteta, whatever he ends up doing, he'll copy Pep anyway, because it'll be some inverted shit that Pep thought of last year. So, I don't know. Yeah, Arsenal need to
you know what as well, Tom? If you look at the majority of our league-winning campaigns, let's talk specifically the 4 in a row. Yeah, not the 2 beforehand. All of those seasons, we had long-term injuries to someone or another, maybe multiple, that Pep had to deal with. Remember the time De Bruyne was out, Gundogan turned into Mr. Whippy. Last season, De Bruyne is out, Foden steps up, becomes player of the year. This is where your manager has to rise and the players have to rise. So you got to do your due diligence on who you're signing and you know, have trust and faith in them. But it's a collective effort. And that's something we've done so well.
Yeah, and also mentality. That is an enormous part of it, is then players believe that they can step up. Look at Nunes tonight. Grealish Doku's out. Everyone's thinking, shit, well, bloody hell, what's going to happen? Nunes comes on, man of the match. That's what happens. This team they believe they can win. The mentality at City cannot be questioned, and it certainly can at the other team we've just mentioned, because they can't get over the line. I would still fancy us. Look, like we've said, De Bruyne out, Rodri out, Foden only just coming back. We're still flying. Okay, we're not at our best.
Well, this is what I said in the watch-along tone. It's like our bad period. We're still unbeaten, and we're second in the league. We're third in the Champions League now. In the Champions League table.
Yeah, out of about 89 teams or whatever.
Yeah, our goal difference. Yeah, we're third in the Champions League. We're second in the Premier League. Yeah. You know, we've got this weekend is absolutely huge. Yeah. Like, I know what everyone's going to be doing. Yeah, everyone's going to be doing. I get it, right? Everyone's going to be focusing on Liverpool and the Arsenal game. Yeah, and obviously I'll do content on it as well, 100%. But we have to just get our job done on Saturday. Yeah, and if we play like that, like we did in the second half, in the first half and the second half against Southampton on Saturday, I'm sure we'll win the game because we played really good in that second half. Yeah, we got to get our job done on Saturday, and then we can just sit back, chill out, relax, and just watch the game on Sunday. And whatever happens, happens. Someone's getting cooked. Maybe both of them, man.
Can I just say, or should I say this? Yeah, fuck it. I don't go to that many nowadays. So I go to about half a dozen home games during the season on average now. So not that many now with family and all that sort of thing. I haven't seen City lose a game since we lost 1-0 to Paul Scholes' header under Mancini in the last minute. Do you remember that one?
Yeah, I lost 1-0. And then he kissed Gary Neville.
Yeah, and so that was the last time I saw City lose. So I'm going Saturday. I'm bloody well ready. I'm going to wear this shirt because it really winds people up. And I'm ready, lads. We will win. No probs.
That's a Southampton masterclass guaranteed, then.
Yeah, sorry, lads. If we lose, I'm going to get shit.
Nah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. I want to pick up Rico Lewis as well, man, because I think Rico Lewis, I personally think, some people disagree. I think Rico, over these last couple of weeks, has probably been through his toughest test as a Manchester City player. Some of the performances from him have not been quite up to scratch, in my personal opinion. But second half tonight, he was everywhere. So quick on the ball. The interceptions was on madness. Yeah, he was intercepting loads of stuff, driving forward, driving into danger areas, creating the space for Foden, creating the space for Haaland and other players in and around there as well. Rico Lewis tonight, Hugh, I don't know what you thought, man, but I was buzzing because he looked like he was back to his best.
I'm a massive fan of Rico Lewis. Massive fan. And I think world football is starting to see what we see in him and start to see what Pep sees in him as well. Commentary tonight, where on the channel I was watching, we're talking about him in the same light that or kind of comparing what Pep did with Philip Lahm, and that they can see resemblances in the movements that Pep wants Rico to pick up and the spaces Pep wants Rico to pick up, and what he wants out of Rico Lewis is similar to what he wanted out of Philip Lahm. Now, obviously, look, to become Philip Lahm, that's way too high an expectation to put on Rico Lewis, but it's a massive testament to Rico that Pep is putting this much faith, this much trust, and this much respect on him to give him these games. Do you know what I'm saying? Because he could have put someone else in there. You know, he could have moved the Kanji in, put someone else in center half.
What do you make of this comment, Hugh? Samir says Rico should start against low block teams, but basically don't start him against teams that are actually going to try.
Well, why not against teams that are actually going to try?
I don't know, Samir. Why do you think?
I think his defensive ability is understated, and I think it's underappreciated because he has the odd blunder, but they all do. You know what I'm saying? They all do. He's still such a young player. You know, he's such a young player, and this was my thing with Rico and the young players for a long time, and it was the same with Foden when he was young. I never wanted them overexposed. I never wanted them to play too much football, because once a mistake or two does come along, or they get beaten physically by someone older that should be beating them physically, everyone goes, oh, well, you know, he's got his weak points. No, he's just young. He's still cutting his teeth. He's learning the game. He's getting used to it. Look, he's a technically terrific footballer. Terrific for his age. His footballing IQ is streets ahead of anybody his age, probably with the exception of one or two before everyone in the chat has gone crazy at me. We'll see, man. He's tenacious. He's relentless. He's everything. So I've no issue with Rico Lewis. When I see him starting, I don't go, oh, there's a young player playing, he's going to be a weak link. Teams are not looking at our team sheet going, let's target that Lewis kid. They're not, because he's good.
Yeah, and the fact that Pep trusts him so much, even more than probably he could ever have thought, that's enough for me. If Pep raves about him, plays him, wants him in, that's it. That's enough.
Look at this one. Nice. Pep said, when Erling Haaland is unable to play, John Stones is going to play there.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty funny. But do you guys think we'll go back into the market in January? Obviously, we was linked with Kyogo. Hugh broke that news before anybody, to be honest with you. And we were linked with him, but clearly City decided not to go for him, or Celtic refused to sell because they just sold the other guy to Brighton. Do City go back in the market in January? Because we all know about the midfield. We all know that we need a midfielder, right? But backup striker.
Yeah. Do
you think we should go in the market? Personally, I think we should.
110%. 110%. Everything's fine and dandy right now. You know what I'm saying? Haaland's there. He's scoring goals. He's looking great. But, you know, the way it works is he does pick up knocks as well. He'll be out at some point in the season. Or you'll have to rest him. Like, I don't know how many games are left this season, 50 odd, 60 odd, something like that. He ain't starting all of them. It's just not feasible, lads. I'm sorry. It's not feasible. It's not fair. It's not healthy. It's none of the above. I think you got to go and find yourself another striker. And I understand that a lot of people are like, oh, but, you know, do the false nine thing, blah, blah, blah. The false nine thing might work for one game or so, but it's a lot to demand of a team. It's a whole unit of a team to switch up from playing with a number 9, an out-and-out number 9, to all of a sudden now we're playing with essentially an extra midfielder and a false 9, and the whole dynamic of our flow is changing. I think we should be in the market for another out-and-out number 9.
Do you reckon we'll go back in for Kyogo? I mean, you know about him. What's he saying? What's Celtic saying? Would they sell him?
Well, he's I think January. I think he's not far off 30. He might be 29.
Oh, man, we can't.
I would love it. I'm going to be real. I think Kyogo would absolutely cook for Celtic. Or for City. I think there's very few strikers in world football with the striker play that he has, the runs he makes, the spaces he picks up, and these kind of things. And just by the law of nature, the way it works, the amount of chances you get, he'd bag him. He's lethal. But I don't think it's likely. I don't think Celtic or Brendan Rodgers will part ways with him in January. This is the conundrum, and this is where the conversation opens up to absolutely everybody. Who do you go for? And you have to be realistic with your choices here, because if you're going to go for someone's main number 9, like a Kyogo at Celtic, you're probably going to pay ridiculous cash, because Celtic are parting ways with their main number 9 mid-season. They're still in Champions League. I think Celtic will be in Champions League last 16 by the way they're playing right now. Unlikely. So who do you go for? You know what I mean? You're probably not going to get someone's main number 9.
I think Echeverry's a big part of this. I think if he stays, I don't think they will. I think they'll just switch stuff around at the top. Oscar Bob's back. He can play up there. You know, okay, he's not a striker per se. Midfielder, definitely. That's going to happen. But striker, do I think we should? Yeah, probably. Do I think we will? Probably not. I think it'll be a midfielder and that'll be it.
I agree. I think City should. If City were to go and get Zubimendi and a backup striker, any decent backup striker, I'll say it in January, we're winning the league. It's like we're winning the league, simple as. And I'd be fairly confident in the Champions League too. But no backup striker and no proper number 6 brought in January. Yeah. I'm not doubting, but I'm a bit more like,
You could play Gvardiol and John Stones double up front, lads. They're better than Jesus and Havertz.
It's true. It's true.
I think my views on the transfer market is this, right? I think that with the current squad, I still think we can win the Premier League. Yeah, with the current team.
Of course, yeah.
I don't think we can win the Champions League with the current squad. I don't think we've got enough in that midfield at the moment without Rodri. I really don't. I still think we can get away, because if you think about it, the Premier League, you don't need to win the big games. Yeah, because our record against the top 6 last year was shit. We won 3. You don't have to win the games against the big 6. Yeah, just don't lose them and beat everyone else and chill in. At the Champions League, there comes a point where you actually do have to beat the big teams. You know what I mean? You do actually have to beat them. And I just feel that our midfield without Rodri is just not quite at the level it needs to be. I'm not saying it's shit or anything. I just don't think it's at the level it needs to be. For me, yeah, I know I say this all the time. You've got to convince Zubimendi to join Man City. I've watched him now a number of times. He is unreal, mate. He'd walk into our team and he'd just start cooking from the rip. Yeah, we've got to get someone, man.
Yep. I've got to go, guys. LB, thank you very much for having me on.
Always,
and Hugh, great to see you, mate.
Good to see you, Tom.
Big up, Tom.
Take care. Thanks, chat.
See you later.
Sorry. Bye.
Big up to Omar. Says, I'm not gonna lie, Gundo is pissing me off. I need him benched. Bro, I think it was a little harsh, man. I can't lie. I think Gundo was all right. What do you reckon, bro? Am I just glazing Gundo on again?
Yeah, you are. I was going to ask you. I was going to ask you in all seriousness, though.
Are you taking the fucking piss?
Is he on spice? How assessed Gundo's return, and how do you view it?
Are you really going there?
I'm gonna make it, bro. I'm gonna make you answer these questions.
I would say so far underwhelming. I don't think it's been as bad as everyone thinks. I think that he's getting into the right areas and getting into the right positions. His execution's letting him down. His execution let him down against Inter Milan. He had 2 big headers. He should have scored both. Newcastle, he should have probably had a goal and an assist. So his execution's letting him down. Tonight, I thought he was all right. I thought Gundo was all right. I didn't think it was great, but he's playing 6. He's a backup 6. He's 33. It is what it is. Like, I don't think he's great, but I don't think it's as bad as people are making out. I think people have seen that he had a rough start, and I think, personally, in my opinion, people are just going a bit too far with it. I think tonight was just chill. I think it was just all right.
I think tonight he looked like he always did. When he came back, people were like, "Oh, we're getting Gundo back," and in everybody's head, the goals against United are playing, the goals against Villa are playing. You know, the big moments is going through everyone's head. Like these are all going to come back now on a weekly basis. They were just the bonuses that we got with Gundo. You know what I'm saying? That he chipped in with big goals. He's a big game player, but Gundo was. Like his biggest asset was he was just a controller. He just played the game at a really good pace. He rarely gave the ball away. He was just a generally good midfielder. He was good at linking up with the defense of the attack. He could break up attacks too. And I think he's starting to do that more and more. I also don't think people pay enough heed to the transition from going from Barcelona back to Manchester City and going from playing for Xavi's team back up to the level that Pep requires. I don't think I think the idea that seamless transitions in football exist is a bit flawed. I think seamless transitions are very rare, and I still expect Gundo to have a big say on this season. I think he's having more say, or at least he's playing more minutes than he probably expected to, but that's down to injuries, I suppose, isn't it?
Down to injuries. And the thing is as well, right, he played 6 tonight, yeah, so tonight was not going to be a performance from Gundogan, which was going to live long in the memory of City fans. He played 6, mate. You know what I mean? Look at some of his best performances. It's when he's played slightly further forward and getting involved in shit. So poor decision making, losing the ball, bro. Tonight he had a 92% pass accuracy and lost possession just 9 times in the whole game that he played. So
I feel people are frustrated because they're not getting Mr. Whippy moments. It'll come. It will come.
Well.
They're going to come. But for now, just look at his overall play. Is he retaining the ball well? Is he playing the game at a good pace? Is he linking up defense with attack well? Is he breaking up attacks when he's playing as a 6? The fundamentals of what he should be doing. It's not Mr. Whippy moments. When you have Haaland scoring scissor kicks over his head, John Stones playing like a number 9, Vardy all playing like Vinicius Jr., Gundo doesn't need to be Mr. Whippy. He just needs to be a good midfielder. He will have moments this season. I have no doubt Gundo will score goals this season. But for now, just focus on his overall play.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. And for me, getting in the positions that he's getting in, not necessarily tonight, because tonight he played deeper, yeah, but like in other games where he's got further forward, he's getting in the positions, man. And at some point, it'll click. It's like Savio, right? I know Savio played well tonight, right? But I think at some point this season, right, could be now, could be in the process now. I think at some point Savio's just going to pop off, mate.
Yeah,
I can feel that he's on the edge, mate, and he's just feeling around, getting used to the games, getting used to his teammates, getting used to Pep, getting used to the country, blah 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 blah. Yeah, and I think I think Savio's just going to pop off and just start absolutely destroying games. I really do. I think he's going to start chipping in with some goals, like you seen tonight when someone played him in. And he cut in on his left and just over touched it. So then when he shot was dead because he was trying to overcompensate. But I think he's getting close. And he's already putting up a couple decent assist numbers now, isn't he? What's he on now for the season? He's on.
I think that assist tonight will do his confidence really good.
Or is his 4th assist in 570 minutes?
But you see with Savio, yeah? You see when he's cutting in onto his left foot and he's firing those shots. And some of them have been so painfully close. Some of them have been so close. And he just hasn't had that bit of luck to go in yet. I think when 1 or 2 of them goes in and he starts feeling proper lethal on that left foot of his, he'll start scoring for fun. I mean, look, he's wearing number 26, isn't he? So everyone's comparing him to Mahrez as well since he walked through the door. Mahrez in his own first season, he was no killer. He was no world beater. Mahrez took a little time just to, as you say, get a feel for the place, get his foot in the door, and get used to it. Savio's a young kid, man, but he's got all the ability. He's got all the ability. And when he pops, you'll all know about it.
Yeah. No, 100%, man. 100%. Now, listen, I'm buzzing with tonight, man. I can't lie. I you know what? That's one of the first games in a while that I've actually enjoyed watching. And people, bro, I didn't even enjoy the Bratislava game. I know we won 4-0. I don't want to sound spoiled. I'm not talking about spoiled. I'm talking about like actually enjoying our football. Like watching it and go, you know what? We're playing good stuff here. Like, I know we scored a couple of goals against Bratislava. We beat 4-0, but I didn't come away from the game thinking, yeah, that was good. Watch that. It was fucking long. It was an effort. And tonight, yeah, that second half, mate, I felt like, you know what? That's how we sort of played slightly in the first couple of games of the season where we played good. And then the international break came and fucked us. So now, yeah, tonight is completely irrelevant if on Saturday we just go back to being this really slow, lethargic, not creative, nothing, yeah, dead team. Like we got to put in a top performance now on Saturday. We're playing a team that's in the relegation zone. Yeah, the manager's under pressure. They're talking about sacking him, right? We got to go there on Saturday. We're at home, 3 p.m. We know what's happening the day after, and we just got to go out there and put a top performance in. If we play like we did today, the second half against Southampton, we'll put them away. Because that was a good performance. But you know, you play like we have done recently, this really dead game and getting away with it. Then who knows what can happen? Southampton can probably hurt us.
I think it's the most complete performance this season, the second half, the most complete one, where the team just looked all cohesive, and they all seemed to be fluid. They knew what was going on. It was working. That extra injection of pace always helps, which was there. But no, I agree. Tonight doesn't mean a huge amount. Moving forward, of course, look, because it's 3 points to the Champions League, but it doesn't mean a huge amount going forward unless we carry it into Saturday. It's a perfect game. It's a perfect game to have on Saturday, isn't it? Like you would want a team like Southampton, with all due respect, on Saturday to be there for us, so we can go and hopefully play our way against them.
Pep Guardiola's calling out. Pep Guardiola.
Pep Guardiola's calling it. Why is Pep beefing Pep, man?
Pep beef. Pep Guardiola, guys, has said Matheus Nunes has one problem. His manager maybe doesn't give him the minutes he deserves.
I think Pep's right.
He probably is right. You know what I mean? And this is why, for me now, yeah, Pep, don't be doing no bullshit stuff. Play him on Saturday, mate. Yeah, play him on Saturday and play him against Spurs. And then that's 3 games done there, yeah? And then we can assess the situation and we can have a proper conversation. Listen, tonight I thought he was mint. Yeah, rate him highly. Yeah, probably man of the match, to be honest with you. He's up there, certainly, right? Maybe Haaland could have gone. That was a bit of a madness, but he's up there, right? He needs to perform against Southampton on Saturday because he'll play. And then the Tottenham one is going to be tricky because Pep basically said he's throwing the game, right? But just go in there and just be one of the better players. Just when we're doing the player ratings after the Tottenham game, and we've inevitably lost the game, just be one of the better ones. And we're like, yeah, at least he was decent. And then from there, then we can start having proper conversations about, you know what, maybe it is time to actually play this guy consistently in our team. So tonight, good start, man. 2 more games that I'm watching him going, right, see what he's saying. But listen, I've said since we signed him, I like him. I just didn't ever think we'd play him left wing, man.
I've always liked him too. I've never had anything against him. And that predominantly stemmed from the fact that Pep wanted him like 3-4 years ago, didn't he? When he was at Sporting Lisbon, like he's always liked Matheus Nunes. He's always saw something in there. So as a left winger, I don't know, but here we are. You know what I'm saying? The world works in mysterious ways. Why not? Why not? I think Southampton's huge for him now. For him personally, it's huge. He will start. I think he will start. But it's massive, 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 massive for his Manchester City career.
Yeah. No, I agree, man. I agree. Listen, big up to you. You got a video out now, have you?
Yeah, I think. Let me check. Yeah, man, I'm back, man. I'm back. Yeah, it's out 6 minutes ago. Yeah,
goes in. So go check that out, guys. Hugh Murray, HMTV. I'll whack the link in the title of the video, guys. But make sure you go over there, check out Hugh's latest video. He's back. He's going to be doing content, man. So get back on that. Smash the likes up, people. Make sure you guys are subscribed. The thing, but LB, you are quick to criticize him as if you want him to be. No, I don't want him to be messy. Not at all. I don't want him to be messy, bro. And I don't actually criticize him. I don't think I've ever criticized him. Nah, be real, man. I don't actually think I've ever criticized this guy, bro. I'm gonna be real with you. I just always said I don't know where he's gonna play. That's not criticism. That's just don't know what's happening. I've actually don't think I've ever criticized the guy. On a real.
You know what the problem is as well? People are feeding into the Chelsea fans too much. Stop listening to these gremlins like, oh, you sold Cole Palmer and got Matheus Nunes. What's wrong with Matheus Nunes? Nothing wrong with the guy. We're just yet to see him properly. So, nah, we'll see. Man.
I like this from Michael. Scrutiny is not criticism. It's due diligence. That's a madness. That's a madness. Right, big up, guys. Make sure you go check out Hugh's channel. I'll whack it in a title now at HMTV. What is the numbers, bro?
1894.
What is it?
1894.
1894. There it is. It's because I'm on my second channel. I'm not subscribed to you on the second channel. So yeah, I know. It's crazy, man. I'm not subscribed to basically anyone on this second channel. I don't use it. I just use it for the streams. So there we go. But guys, make sure you drop a like. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Go subscribe to Hugh. Link is in the title. Go watch his match reaction. And Martin's going live now as well with his panel show. I don't know if Alan's on it, but if he is, that'll be pretty funny because he does hate Nunes. He does hate Nunes. Big up to you guys. Smash a like. Give us your comments in the comment section below, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace out.